Hello, my motor enthusiasts. Welcome to another adrenaline-fueled episode of F1 Motor Fever podcast.
Hello, Enzo. Sounds like we have quite the discussion on our hands today. What's on the agenda?
Indeed we do, William. Today, we're talking about Esteban Ocon's performance in the 2023 Formula One season.
The talented Frenchman. He had quite a roller coaster of a season, didn't he?
That's one way to put it, William. From penalties and retirements to podium finishes and intense intra-team rivalries, Ocon has certainly had his share of ups and downs.
Tell me about it. His race in Bahrain was nothing short of calamitous, wasn't it, Enzo?
Oh, absolutely. It was a nightmare start for him, with penalties for starting in an incorrect position on the grid, a team infringement, and speeding in the pit lane before retiring.
And yet, he managed to bounce back in Jeddah and Melbourne, didn't he?
That he did, William. Not to mention his outstanding performance in Monaco, where he managed to keep Lewis Hamilton at bay, even in the rain.
Truly a champion's mindset. But let's not forget about his poor weekends. The Austrian Grand Prix wasn't his finest moment.
Indeed, William. Ocon set a new Formula One record for the most penalties received in a single race. But despite the struggles, he still managed to finish ahead of his teammate Gasly, more often than not.
Sounds like we're in for an intriguing discussion today, Enzo.
Couldn't have said it better, William. Let's dive into the details. Hey there, my motor enthusiasts. Your host, Enzo at the wheel, bringing you another episode of F1 Motor Fever podcast.
And I'm William, ready to navigate these thrilling twists and turns of the Formula One world alongside Enzo.
You've got that right, William. Now, to all our listeners out there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for daily updates. Shall we, William?
Absolutely, Enzo Watts. Full throttle.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate the intensity of competition in this year's Formula One season? Trying to pick between the top 6 teams was practically impossible.
Absolutely. And someone was bound to miss out on a top 10 slot. This year, it was Esteban Ocon.
Indeed, Ocon had his fair share of ups and downs, but his potential is undeniable. He even managed to outscore his veteran teammate, Fernando Alonso, in the point standings.
And let's not forget his epic rivalry with his new teammate for 2023, Pierre Gasly.
True, their intra-team competition added a lot of intrigue to the season. Ocon's start in Bahrain was disastrous, but he made a solid comeback in Jeddah.
Yes, after scoring his first points of the year in Jeddah, Ocon had a strong season overall. Despite losing to Gasly in the championship, Ocon turned in a solid year's work.
That he did, and his performance in Monaco is one for the books. He was on provisional pole, remember? Quite the thrilling moment.
Indeed, what a brilliant display of talent and determination.
Our world of Formula One is teeming with such emotions and competitiveness. Such a rush. Makes me wonder, don't you just love how unpredictable and exciting each race can be?
Couldn't agree more.
So, our dear listeners, are you enjoying this insightful journey into the eventful world of Formula One? Do you agree with our views on Esteban Ocon's performance? Remember, we are here because of your continuous support, so keep those likes and comments coming. Let's continue this thrilling ride. Full throttle then. Ocon continued to showcase his abilities during the latter half of the season. He gave us a series of strong performances.
Yes, a commendable run at the Singapore Grand Prix before the gearbox issues, wasn't it?
Absolutely. And how about the Japanese Grand Prix? He came back strong after a collision during the start, right?
And of course, there were memorable drives in Qatar and Las Vegas. Despite suffering from the heat in Qatar and starting from 16th on the grid in Las Vegas, he managed to deliver strong results.
However, not everything was smooth sailing for Ocon. His Austrian Grand Prix performance was marred by track limits offenses. He even set a new Formula One record.
And despite outperforming Gasly on a number of occasions, Ocon was overshadowed over the course of the year.
True, but let's not forget, Formula One is a tough sport and every race brings new challenges. One must constantly adapt, learn, and improve.
Absolutely. No one said being a Formula One driver was easy. It requires immense skill, determination, and perseverance.
So, dear listeners, what are your thoughts on Ocon's performance this season? Do you think he was overshadowed, or did he hold his own against formidable competition? Let's hear your thoughts. Keep the conversation going. As we delve deeper into the world of Formula One, it's fascinating to see how each driver's performance shapes the season.
Absolutely. Every driver brings their unique flair to the sport, making every race an exciting spectacle.
Precisely. And by the way, there's an annual poll to vote for the Driver of the Year. I'm sure our listeners have their favorites and would love to cast their votes.
Voting for your favorite driver is a great way to show support and appreciation for their hard work over the season.
Aye, indeed it is. Well, we've had quite a fascinating discussion about Ocon's performance, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. It's been a journey of ups and downs, showcasing the true competitive spirit of Formula One.
That's Formula One for you, my friends. A high-octane world filled with sheer talent, thrilling races, and heart-stopping moments. But remember, the checkered flag hasn't fallen yet. We still have plenty to discuss, so stick around. William Turner, what's the latest from our friends online? Any interesting takes brewing?
Certainly. We have Jovan Milits, who's kicking off a discussion about a potential New York Grand Prix. Quite the hot topic, I must say.
Sounds intriguing. Let's dive into it.
A user named Trek10 has an interesting vision of the future. Quote, "The year is 20XX. All the old tracks have long since been retired, and an F1 tyre has not touched a blade of grass for decades. Mecha Alonso hustles his underperforming car around New York, but it's not enough to beat Robin Raikkonen. Ferrari blunder away pole due to a strategy error," unquote.
A dystopian vision of Formula One's future, eh?
Indeed. Paragon Tom, however, thinks this underscores the need for FIA's involvement in F1, while Felix R. 1991 feels that MBS is the one who needs to go, as he sees no regard for the sport's traditions in his commercial dealings.
Criticism of the FIA's decisions isn't a rarity, is it?
Not at all. Big Cock Lock thinks that Jeddah and Vegas could have been given a Grade 2 rating, citing safety concerns. Also, Crashmaster So80 thinks the castle section in Baku, being Grade 1, is a joke.
Quite the passionate discussion. Anything else of interest?
There's a bit of humour as well. Takis12 imagines Max Verstappen reporting a giant rat on the track, to which his team responds by telling him to concentrate on the race.
New York City and its famous rats. Ha, classic. That's what's great about our fans. They certainly know how to keep things lively.
Definitely. It's a spirited debate, showing the passion and love for the sport. But let's get back to our discussion now.
Thank you all for joining us today on the F1 Motor Fever podcast. We've had a fantastic time discussing the captivating performance of Ocon and the implications for the future of Formula One. If you've enjoyed our company as much as we've enjoyed yours, then do hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Share the joy and the knowledge with your friends, family, or anyone who shares a love for the thrill of the race. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so don't hesitate to leave a comment.
Indeed, and remember, the race doesn't end here. We're on the air daily, serving up fresh insights and lively banter for all you petrolheads out there. And trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming around the bend. It's sure to get your engines revving.
We truly appreciate your company, and we can't wait to share more thrilling Formula One discussions with you in our next episode. So until then, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road. Our channel's content is pure gold.